On Thursday, the 13th of February 2020, publisher and CEO Diamond Publications Limited, Mr. Lanre Idowu, organized a public presentation for his books titled Songs of Childhood, Media on My Mind and Uneven Steps. The event was themed 4 Decades in Writing. It was held at the Ajip Recital Hall, Muson Center, Onikon, Lagos, and it had in attendance top media executives who have contributed immensely to the growth of the media industry in Nigeria. The chairman of the occasion was renowned Nigerian journalist, administrator and politician Chief Olusegun Oshoba, who worked with the Daily Times as a reporter and a diplomatic correspondent of the Times in 1966. As a politician, he served as governor of Ogun State between 1992 and 1993. The special guest of honor, the Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, was represented at the event by his special advisor, Mr. Babafemi Ojudu. The author of the books, The Songs of Childhood, Media on My Mind and Uneven Steps, Mr. Lanre Idowu, is arguably the ombudsman of print journalism in Nigeria. He's at ease as a researcher, a reporter, a writer, an editor, and trainer, and he belongs to a rare genre of journalists who are able to combine old-fashioned reporting with clear thinking and clean writing. Lanre Idowu is a master of his craft, a writer's writer. The first book, Songs of Childhood, Poems by Lanre Idowu, was reviewed by Mrs. Taiwo Ajayi Lycett, Nigerian actress, journalist, television presenter, and cosmetologist.
Songs of childhood, like a steamy romance and hot passion, is a many splendid thing. Absolute joy, pure nostalgia, and the reflection obviously of Lanre Idowu's vision, sensitivity, courage, and compassion. Who can forget those hawkers and what they mean to their neighborhoods? In the Song of Childhood, the poet richly captures and situates me, for example, right smack in the middle of my own childhood landscape and unforgettable experiences. I can hear even now the songs of the fishmongers, so graphically evoked. How more powerfully, how more evocatively can your Song of Childhood resonate with your readers, Mr. Lanre Idowu, when your muse had me, to begin with, totally mesmerized, enthralled, and all but time traveled me to my own now misty, never wonderland of childhood. However positive and optimistic your mindset may be, you have to admit that as far as the state of the union is concerned, the more you look, the less you see. Strange how things change, but somehow still manage to remain the same. We can therefore only pray that this unwelcome, unwholesome, wicked metamorphosis is a bad dream from which we shall eventually awaken. But the jury is out on that. Not quite everything can be explained away as nostalgia, though. Lucky for us, some die-hard traditionalists and some orthodoxies still form a formidable vanguard, resolutely pushing back and resisting our corrupt morals of many Jews. They challenge Nigeria's sad state of arrested development, steadfastly holding on to quality, sound values, honesty, and integrity. Without a doubt, Lanre Idowu is one such stoic.
The second book, Uneven Steps, The Story of the Nigerian Guild of Editors, which was reviewed by Mr. Lekon Shote, talks about the role, achievements, and failings of the Nigerian Guild of Editors in the quest for press freedom, professional respect, press responsibility, and accountability.
Uneven Steps, the story of the Nigerian Guild of Editors. This book, now let's look at the technical details, the production issues. The cover, you can see a caricature of a man and some other human beings or human images going up some steps. If you look at it, you can see that it's certainly uneven. I think this visual aptly captures the intentions of Lanre in this book. The story is written like a narrative, like a story, and it's written in chronological order from 1955 up till the present moment. So it's easy for you to follow. And like I said, it's parallel to the story of Nigeria between that time and now. Now, what do I find wrong with the book? I'll tell you one or two things. First, page 42, the first sentence on the fourth paragraph uses the article D twice. So those who did the editorial sweep, the sub-editing sweep, probably see some things. The first line of the fourth paragraph of page 42. Then pages 57 and page 58. The author was talking about a period, some issues under the military administration. Somehow the last paragraph on the bottom of page 58 was talking about the Shagari regime. I think those who edited the books probably didn't notice something in that page. But all in all, this is a wonderful book. Larry, I congratulate you. I think you've done a wonderful job.
The third book, Media on My Mind, Ethics, Governance and Other Matters 2009 to 2017, was reviewed by Dr. Ruben Abati, who was the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to former President Goodluck Jonathan. The book talks about media ethics.
The author of this book, titled Media on My Mind, Ethics, Governance and Other Matters, 2009 to 2017, had failed to publish it. In a country where records are hardly kept, where memory is short, and history is an optional subject in schools, it took the advent of digital technology for aspects of history and individual performance to be traceable through the instrumentality of the internet or electronic documentation. In the field of journalism in Nigeria in particular, so much has been done, written and spoken since 1859, but in the absence of a functional, well-managed documentation, library and archival system in the country, it is often difficult to research and access information or the outstanding work and experience of citizens. Where, for example, can anyone find the writings of the brilliant journalists of Nigeria's 19th century media space? Where are their biographies or the compilation of the works of those pathfinders who show the light and establish a tradition for future Nigerian journalists? In recording history on a daily basis and in a hurry, the work of the average Nigerian journalist often disappears into the womb of time and history, probably accessible on a need arises basis in better circumstanced libraries and archives in Europe and North America. Contemporary Nigerian journalists appear to be finding a way around this by ring-fencing their works in the form of compilations or the documentation of necessary memories or the writing of books which we examine modes and concepts and offer reflections on the history, the art, and the precepts of their practice. The result is an emerging fertile bibliography on journalism practice in Nigeria. The harvest may be more in the field of opinion journalism, but there has been also an increasing evidence of growth in the intellectualization and interrogation of the place of the media and the Nigerian journalists in the making of society by the professionals themselves. The author of this book, under review, Lanre, is one of the most prolific in this category.
Afterwards, the presentation of the books commenced with the chairman of the day, Chief Olusegun Oshoba, giving a speech and how brotherly the author is to him in launching his book with a handsome sum of money.
And I want to throw the challenge by buying a copy each for 500,000 each, and that's 1.5 million for 3 copies. I think I'm seated with my colleagues, seated here, highly raised people that they themselves will do as much as they can, and the rest of the world will do the same. Thank you very much.
There was a special recognition of the Old Boys of Lagos Baptist Academy. The author, Mr. Lanre Idowu, is the president of the Baptist Old Boys Association. A vote of thanks was given by the author, Mr. Lanre Idowu, after which a photograph session of different groups, family members and friends ended the event. BSCON Communications congratulates Mr. Lanre Idowu on the public presentation of his books, The Songs of Childhood, Uneven Steps, and Media on My Mind, to celebrate his over 4 decades in the media profession.